Hi class, this is number 2 in our chapter 15 or the monopoly homework. So the question says calculating marginal revenue from linear demand curve. So the blue curve on the following graph representing the demand curve facing a firm that can set its own price. So we have our demand curve over here, and then this is tool we can use to change our quantity demanded, and then price over here. Now let's see what's asking for. So on the previous graph, change your number found in the quantity demanded field to determine the price that corresponding to the production of 0, 10, okay, 20, 25, 30, 40, 50 units of output. Calculate the total revenue for each of this production level. Then on the following graph, use the green points to plot the result. All right, so let's do the first one, so 0. So if the quantity is 0, all the way to 0. So quantity 0, price is 150. So your total, now remember, total revenue equals to price times quantity. So if you use 0 times 150, and guess what? Your answer is going to be 0. So the first point is 0. Now, second point, quantity of 10. Then quantity of 10 is 120. So 120 times 10, this will be 1200. So 10, 1200, second point. Third point is going to be 20. 20, price is 90, so 20 times 90 would be 1800. So 20 and 1800. There we go. Next one is going to be 25. 25, 75. All right, can't use my head anymore. Let me use a Excel spreadsheet. All right, so we said 25 times 75. Oh, this 65, 75. All right, 1875. All right, so next one is 25 and 1875. Okay, let's keep going. And then 30, crap. 30, it's going to be 60, that's 1800 again. 1800. All right, next one, I think they might be symmetrical. 40 and 50. 40, there we go. So 40 times 30, that's 1200 again. Oh yeah, they're symmetricals. All right, and then last one is 50. Somehow I believe 50 will be 0. And yes, I'm right. All right, so 50 and 0. All right, so that's our total revenue curve. Now next, calculate total revenue if firms produce 10 versus 9 units, then calculate the marginal revenue of 10th unit produced. All right, let's use this over here. So if we produce 9 units, go back to 9. So 9 unit price 123. So total revenue, you have 9 units. Make a little table like this. Quantity. Like that. Okay. So quantity, price. Okay. Make it a little bigger. All right, that's easier on the eye. Now, on quantity is 9, price is 123, and then total revenue is 9 times 123, 1107. Okay. Now, when quantity is 10, is 120. So 10, 120, and then your total revenue is gonna be 1200. Then the marginal revenue for the 10th unit marginal revenue is just the difference between your total revenues. So for the 10th unit, use your 1200 minus 1107. That will be your marginal revenues of 93. Okay, so 93 for this one over here. All right, and then next we'll do the same thing for 20 and 19. So let's find out 19 first. For 19, quantity 19, your price is 93, then your total revenue is 1767, and then for 20, it's be 90, so 20, 90, 20, 90, then the marginal revenue is just $33. Okay, so 33 for marginal revenue. All right, and then based on your answer from previous question and assume the marginal revenue curve is straight line, use a black line to plot the marginal revenue curve on the following graph. Run the all value to the nearest increment of 30. Okay, so for the 10th unit, the marginal revenue is 93, and I'm going to run it to its nearest 30, so it'll be 90. So unit 10, there we go. So unit 10, 90, this is the first one. Second one, unit 20 and 30. Unit 20 and 30. All right, so that will be our marginal revenue curve. Comparing your total revenue graph to the marginal revenue graph, you can see the total revenue is decreasing. Marginal revenue is also negative. Okay. Well, guys, remember, if your marginal revenue is like the slope of the total revenue curve. So anytime your marginal revenue is positive, your total revenue is increasing. Anytime your marginal revenue is negative, your total revenue will be decreasing. Okay, so let's grid it now, see what happens. All right, 5 out of 5. All right, so that's how to number 2. And then good luck. Have any question, let me know.